All right. Well, thank you and welcome for joining me. I'm Steven DeMacher, and this is Simply Relaxed Massage Table Talk. I just want to first start off with my experience as a massage therapist. This December, in less than a month, I'll be reaching the 10-year mark for being a massage therapist. Earlier this month, I just hit 6 years for being in business for Simply Relax, and coming this February, we'll be reaching the 5-year mark for being established in my studio, which I can't believe, all this time, it went by so quick. But also, I've worked with various amounts of people, clients, athletes, ranging from student athletes from elementary, middle, and high school, all the way to professional and college athletes, but also, just everyday people, people who have surgery, chronic pain. It honestly varies, and come to find out, everyone basically has the same tension, but I'll go more into that different time. But I also want to elaborate why I'm doing this podcast. Like I said, I've been doing this for 10 years, and most of my time I'm away from my phone, I'm away from the world. I'm on the massage, next to the massage table, working on people, and also just studying and just working on my business and trying different aspects of what I can do to help my clients and people that come to me with pain, but also just to improve everyday goals and just everyday health. But also, I've noticed, especially since COVID, since the lockdowns and after, that people are having a perspective change on health. And I'm not saying doctors are bad. Doctors, we all need doctors, but people are just not running to them for the same issues that they have been. Like when they hurt their leg, usually, before, the last 5 years, before 5 years ago, 10 years ago, everyone, you hurt your leg, you go to the hospital, check you out. Now I'm seeing a lot of people. First, it started off going with chiropractors before seeing, the hospital, chiropractors, PTs, specialists, and also other massage therapists. Now, if something's broken, go to the hospital. I'm not saying that. But where body manual manipulation can fix it, people are more open to that. And they're trying something that's not too invasive like surgery. They're trying all their options, whereas before it was flipped around. They just had surgery, and now it's just, I can really see that, from 10 years, but just also the last 5 years, that it's really shifting. And a lot of my clients say, what I'm doing is helping, but I can only reach so many voices. So that is the whole purpose of this podcast, is to just amplify what I'm telling my clients. You probably won't see me physically, but maybe what I say and help my clients can help you too. Now, with that out of the way, I just want to give you an example from this week. A couple examples from my clients. Now, one client I've been seeing for she's been seeing me for a little over a year. And she came to me, she had very chronic leg spasticity and feet cramping. And a few months of working with a personal trainer and myself, and I believe, yes, a PT, she started, seeing different specialists, which, for that's fine, getting different specialists. And she found out finally just recently, after a little over a year, that before they told her it could be possibly MS. Thankfully, it was not. It is called, I might say this wrong, but it's adrenoleukodystrophy, ADL for short. But it's great that it wasn't MS, because that's a progressive degenerative disease, as in this is something more manageable. Also, I've been, for the past year or two, I've been having a lot of progress working on C-section scars, which I'll get into another chapter of that. If you want to let me know, just comment or send me a message or anything. But like I said, after that work on my own, I've been finding, I asked this client if she had a C-section. She said yes, her child is, I think, if I remember, about 4. So, she's incision right there. So I did a little with Graston, I don't have that right now, but and manual therapy on the C-section scar. And what it does is, and I can show you from this book, Anatomy Trains, which is a lot of modalities are shifting, and a lot of specialists are shifting their practice and thought more around this, which a massage therapist came up with in 2016. And there's a whole bunch of studies, which I can't wait to get into in this podcast about this, but also just how the body is connected. And I just want to show you how this is connected to my client with the C-section scar. If I can find, is it the deep? Could be the superficial. Superficial front line. Nope, it's the deep. Right here. All right, here. Now, I know it's probably not easy to see, but I will be adding edits and you'll be seeing a lot more of these images. But in here, you can see it's the deep front line. So we have all these different connective tissue layers. And this is one of the deepest ones, which is connecting the bone to bone, basically. But anyways, here it shows that it's connected from the ribs and the pecs, but also into the hips, the ab muscles, into the hips and the pubic bone. And then it also branches off into the legs. And from the side view, it's a little bit deeper. But what I was trying to get at was, because of the C-section, that could have, the compression for the nerve from the scar tissue, it could have caused it or amplified her condition. So after doing a few manual manipulation, loosen up the scar tissue with my hands, lotion, cream, and also with the Graston, very little, her legs just instantly just felt like it was more manipulative. It was easier to work on. It was more responsive because the pathway for the nerves were a little bit more relaxed. And so I've worked on her for a little over a year, and that was the best. That was the easiest, the best relief she's ever had, I believe. And that's all due to with getting answers from specialists and working with someone who does manual therapy instead of rushing to surgery. Now, it could have been a whole different outcome, but thankfully, it worked out this way. But let me give you another example. I had a client suffer from TMJ all her life, very tight jaw, and she was seeing the dentist and chiropractor. Is it chiropractor? Chiropractor and a dentist. And they had her, anyways, the tension is all in here and it can shift, but they had her on a night guard and Invisalign. And she was having breathing problems, and just after one visit of seeing me, she can notice a difference. She felt the tension off, and I was releasing in the pterygoids and the masseters from within inside and also out. But I told her, stop doing the night guard, because all that's doing is opening her jaw up more, and it's really stretching out the tendons and really overworking everything when it doesn't need to be. I said the Invisalign's fine, that's going to straighten your teeth. She went back to the dentist, the orthodontist, and they said, well, we'll get you off the Invisalign, but keep doing the night guard. And that did not make any sense. So she listened to me, thankfully. After just two sessions, she saw a huge difference. I recommended, coming in more recent right in the beginning so your body doesn't get acclimated to the time apart, so it can go back to where before I worked on it. But saw me 2 to 3 times within a month and a half. And after that third time, I didn't see her for a few months because she saw so much relief in her, and it didn't jump back to being so tight and locking up. Also, I told her to order some of those muscle that you put, the jaw exercises you put in the back. So that really helped. Very little. I didn't tell her to do too much, but just to retrain that neurological pathway. And I just want to tell you what to expect from this podcast. Like I kind of explained in the book, showing the book, it's a new approach of how we can manage and deal with our pain, injuries, improve our fitness goal, over our overall health, and how to improve in just on a lift or a weak spot, just how to get rid of knots, tension, and what you've had, tension you've had for years. But this isn't just like something where, massage therapist just putting stuff together. Nope. This is going to be backed by science, backed by books, backed by testimonies, backed by showing you by videos, stretches, everything. Showing you what you can do, what I do, what I tell my clients to do, what I tell my family to do, and just everything to where it's helped me, it's helped everyone, and I just can't wait to spread the word, spread the knowledge, which reminds me how you can turn duct tape and 2 tennis balls into, I don't have it, so I don't have mine, into an instant self-massager. So I'll show you real time because I was supposed to have mine, but I always give 1 pair to new clients, 1 to 2, especially if you have really bad pain, keep 1 in the car, use it to sit on for your hamstrings, your glutes, low back, upper back, neck, keep 1 in the gym bag, keep a couple at home. So all we're just gonna do is take 6 pieces real quick. 2, 4, 5, 6. All right. And then start off with 1 long one. Wrap it around. And you'll see why it's called a peanut. Everyone gets a kick out of it. But honestly, with all my injuries, well, first of all, I'll be making a video, which you can click on probably after or next to this video. But I will be making a video about all my injuries and also what worked for me, what didn't work for me, how I can relate to when people come in and, just the pain, the feeling, the type of pain. And I've seen all the specialists and all the stretches, all the types of stuff to engage the muscle, to release it. None of that works for everyone. None of that works for everyone. But this with a combination of a few things, I found out this has changed my life. Changed my client's life, changed my family's life, changed a lot of people's life. But see, it's called a peanut because of this little groove. But you can get any bony part in between. It acts, as massager. You put weight on it, but it's safe for throughout the whole body. And I'll be making a video on how to use this. But I think that is pretty much for a good first video. Like I said, I'll be making a video on my injuries, what got me more into this, and I can't wait, to see what this channel grows into. Can't wait to be helping a lot of people. And, if you have any questions, I'll have my contact info on here, comment, message, and thank you so much for joining in and can't wait to see what happens. Thank you.